Iron Hollow, West Virginia. Not a place you find on purpose. One road in, one road out, and a population that's either shrinking or mutating, depending on who you ask. It's the kind of town where cell service dies 5 miles out, and the only radio station plays static until it blurts out a hymn or two from some long-dead preacher. There's a gas station, a diner, and a fire station that hasn't seen a working truck since '94. We've got a school that graduated 2 kids last year, both of whom vanished the day after. We've got the Iron Hollow mine sealed shut since the collapse, but still breathing gas if you walk too close. And we've got people, the kinds of people you don't meet anywhere else. As the local stringer for the Hollow Gazette, Circulation 174, I meet plenty of them. Most days I regret that part of the job. Take Smokestack Mary, for instance. She stands outside the collapsed mine entrance every morning, smoking filterless cigarettes with shaking hands and humming hymns off-key. She's got burn scars up and down her arms and never wears sleeves. They say she used to be a miner herself, back when that was legal, but her stories don't make sense. One day, she says her shift partner got dragged down by something with eyes like car headlights. The next, she claims the mine swallowed him because he laughed at God. Nobody questions her anymore. Mostly because she's always got one hand in her coat pocket and nobody wants to find out what she's holding. Or how about the twins, Mags and Jory? Not related, not really twins, just 2 guys that dress and speak identically. You'll see them at the diner sometimes, ordering the same meal, in the same cadence, at the same time. Eggs over easy, hash browns burnt, sausage crispy, not crunchy. I once saw them mirror each other so perfectly that one leaned in to whisper to the waitress while the other mouthed the words without making a sound. Every night at exactly 10:13 p.m., they walk side by side down Main Street and disappear behind the old feed store. Nobody's sure where they go. I followed them once. Thought I was being clever. Lost them behind the alley, only to hear my own name whispered from the dark in 2 voices. Never tried that again. But the strangest of all, the one everyone tiptoes around, is someone or something called the Clark. Nobody knows when the general store reopened. It had been boarded up for years. Then one day lights were on and the door was open. You go inside and it looks normal at first. Dusty shelves, old signage, canned goods that expired during the Bush administration. Then you hear the voice, always behind the counter, always watching, even when the register's empty. He calls himself the Clark. Wears a collared shirt and a red vest with no name tag. Says he's worked there since the founding. And I believe him. He doesn't blink. People go in for cigarettes and come out holding things they didn't ask for. War medals, voodoo dolls, locket photos of people they don't recognize. One guy said he tried to return what he was given. Said the clerk took it back without a word, then handed him a tooth. Not his tooth, just a tooth. Big, yellow, human, still warm. I've only been in there once. Walked out with a roll of film I didn't ask for and a nosebleed that wouldn't stop for 3 days. But you want a story. You want the real meat. Then you want to hear about the grinner. Even the locals don't like to talk about it. You mention it by name and the room gets quiet. Not just uncomfortable, silent, like even the walls are listening. It started as whispers, a figure seen late at night around the outskirts of town, always in the tree line, always smiling, not moving, just watching. People thought it was some meth head or one of the Miller kids playing a prank, until folks started seeing it closer, on porches, in backyards, peering through bedroom windows, grinning. Nobody ever saw it move. That's the thing. One minute it's not there, the next it is. Closer, wider smile, more teeth than last time. Its face looks human but stretched, like a skin suit pulled too tight. Eyes black, glossy, no whites, no pupils. And the grin, it's not just creepy. It hurts to look at. You get dizzy. Your ears ring. Some people said it gave them dreams they couldn't explain. Others said it whispered to them in voices that sounded like their parents. Then came the disappearances. First was Clay Wender, local mechanic. Found his truck still running in the middle of the road, driver's side door wide open, tools scattered across the asphalt. No sign of struggle, just a smear of oil shaped vaguely like a handprint on the windshield. Then Elsie Dobbs, the town librarian. She was seen locking up for the night. The next morning, her car was still in the lot, purse inside, lights off. No one's found her since. But 2 weeks later, someone heard pages flipping inside the locked library at midnight. Nobody heard a thing. His car was still idling in the morning, driver's side door cracked open, coffee still hot. Only clue was a single smiley face drawn in the fog on his windshield, smudged slightly, like it had been done with a thumb. After that, people stopped looking. Even the preacher started locking the church doors, and that man's preached through 3 funerals and a meth lab explosion. But the weirdest part? The sightings kept happening. One kid said he saw it in the bathroom mirror at school. Another swore it was standing inside his closet, smiling while he pretended to sleep. Sometimes you'd hear laughter at night, soft, muffled, like it was coming from underground. There's one story, though, one that keeps me up sometimes. It came from Josie Palmer, a trucker passing through. She was hauling late one night and took a wrong turn off Route 12, ended up driving through Iron Hollow around 3 a.m. Roads were empty, fog was thick, and her CB radio started spitting static. She saw something on the side of the road, said it was a man in a brown suit, barefoot, standing under a dead streetlight, grinning ear to ear. She slowed down, rolled down the window to ask if he needed help. He didn't move, just stared and smiled. She said the radio went dead then. Her engine cut out. All the lights on her dash blinked at once, and the man started walking slowly toward the cab. She locked the doors, tried to call for help. Nothing worked. When she looked again, he was gone. She thought she was safe, until she turned on the cab light and looked in the rearview mirror. He was sitting in her sleeper, hunched over, mouth too wide for his face, hands folded politely like a passenger waiting for his stop. She drove all the way to Charleston without blinking, says she never looked in the mirror again. She's not the only one. More stories come in every month. People swear they've seen the smile in their windows, in puddles, even in their dreams. And now, well, I'm sitting in my car just outside the hollow, staring into the trees. I can feel something watching me. It's late, quiet, too quiet. The woods usually sing with bugs and frogs and owls this time of year. Tonight there's nothing but wind and a hum I can't place, like a broken radio just behind my ears. I haven't seen the grinner, but I haven't turned around either. I can feel it, though. That smile, stretching across something not quite human. That silence that swells like it's breathing. And I swear, I just heard it laugh.